Hello everyone, this is Salesforce Developer Training. My name is Lokesh Gupta and I'm your instructor for this training. Uh, let's discuss what you should know before starting this training. So you should have basic knowledge of Salesforce. At least you should be familiar with the navigation system of Salesforce CRM. If you know any programming language with object oriented concept, that's a very good thing. And if you know Java, that is actually going to add value to your learning. And HTML JavaScripts are basically client side technologies, and this technology would actually help you to make your development experience beautiful. Then, if you know other technologies and frameworks like Twitter Bootstrap, Angular, and jQuery, they would be actually helping you out to make few things very simple, and you can achieve a few more complex things using these frameworks very easily. How that we would learn while over this learning curve. One more thing I would like to tell you is that this training is not intended for certification purpose, but yes, it gives you the basic building blocks for development certifications like 401 and 501. So let's start with few basic terminologies used in Salesforce force.com platform. So let's learn about cloud computing. So as I have stated here, cloud computing often referred to as simply the cloud. It is the delivery of on-demand computing resources. When I talk about on-demand computing resources, it means that if you need another Linux machine, it should be actually added to your fleet. And the whole purpose of cloud computing is to provide you everything from application to data centers or over the internet, and that is that would be actually pay for use basis, as you pay as you go. Now, and if I summarize this cloud computing, it means that it is related to infrastructure, it is related to your platform, it is related to your data and applications. So, these things actually describe cloud computing. Now, let's go ahead and see few more things. So basically, in today's marketplace, cloud service providers can be actually classified on the on basis of their services. So if you see this diagram, you see there are cloud clients, and these cloud clients are using web browser, mobile application, thin client, terminal, etc., etc., etc. So when we talk about service providers, the service providers are providing services in these areas, which is application, which is called software as a service. These kind of service providers are actually developing applications on cloud, and they are providing you on the basis of pay as you go service. Like Salesforce is a SaaS, software as a service. And what does it mean? Software as a service means that you have a build you have a ready-made application for a particular purpose, and you have little or no customization, and the user involvement, as you can see, are very less in software as a service. So these kind of services are being provided by several service providers. The one is Salesforce CRM. Then it comes to platform as a service. Platform as a service has more engagement of users. There are variety of users which have their different roles who can participate in this platform as a service. So what it actually provides, it provides you a platform on which you can develop something, you can provision something. What something? Something means that you can actually you will have actually a programming language on which you can develop your program and extend the functionality of your platform. So the, in this platform as a service, you would have a database, web servers, and some other development tools to develop your program. Then there comes infrastructure, in which infrastructure as a service uh, is being provided by several service providers. AWS, Amazon Web Service, is one of the example of internet infrastructure as a service, and they actually provision virtual machines for you. Like in Amazon, they provide you EC2 instance, which is actually virtual image of operating system, whether it is a Linux, whether it is a Windows, and you get those in one click only. And they actually also handles data centers for you. They handles load balancers. You can provision load balancers there. So this is how cloud service providers are classified. So, though I have explained you each terminology, but yes, you can look at these points to understand these things better. So, as I said, software as a service has little or no customization to the user at all. So, as it is a pay as you go service, you can sign up and rapidly start using innovative business applications. And you can access your app and data from anywhere, either from a mobile device or from a web browser. And because this is in cloud, so in cloud they have full provision for data backups. So they make sure that your data is not lost, and they replicate their data in their data center or somewhere else. These services are dynamically scalable as per your need. So, few examples for software as a services are Dropbox and then Salesforce CRM itself. Now, let's see platform as a service. Here you can develop your custom applications. So, when you develop custom applications, these platform actually provides you the tools to make your development faster. And they have also provided some kind of deployment tool to actually maintain your deployment of your application. And if you see, Google Apps and Force.com platform are the examples for platform as a service. The Google app is solely designed for hosting web applications, and force.com is a bit different from other platform as a service because it provides you a programming language which is similar to Java and called Apex, through which you can write your program and extend the functionality of Salesforce CRM. And here is one more terminology, which is multi-tenant architecture. So suppose you live in an apartment, you are in your room, and everybody resides in their room. They share common things like electricity, water, and building maintenance. So, actually, here we are talking about shared infrastructure. And in other words, these are independent logical environment within the force.com platform. So, force.com platform or salesforce.com is based on multi-tenant architecture. You go to Salesforce, you purchase a license, and you got a logical environment within the force.com platform where you can actually utilize your own resources and you can utilize common resources, but you cannot see other logical environments resources, and you even cannot use those. The purpose of this multi-tenant architecture is to provide scalability. It is pay as you go service, and Gmail and Yahoo are already based on this multi-tenant architecture. Okay, so let's talk more about force.com platform. And this force.com platform actually runs on a or hosted on a multi-tenant environment. So let's discuss the point stated here. So as I said that the force.com platform i- in, is actually runs in a hosted multi-tenant environment. So this infrastructure is actually delivered to you as a service on internet. So it provides infrastructure commonly needed for any business application. So like you can write code, you can customize uh, the post.com platforms configurations, etc. Here I'm listing few building blocks of force.com platform. Those are metadata XML. So what is this? Metadata is basically data on data. So you when you subscribe for salesforce.com, then you get an instance which has a configuration and which is stored in a XML format which is called metadata. The metadata keeps all the components of force.com or salesforce in form of XML. Those are whatever objects you have created, those would be in this metadata. Whatever settings you have done using custom settings, whatever workflow rules you have created, whatever approval process you have created, all things resides in this metadata, and it actually represent your organization. Sorry. Now here one more thing is there, which is visual force. This is a actually user interface part, which is responsible for retrieving data and show you in a very nicely manner. And whe- this is about showing your data on a page. But whatever business logic is there that can be implemented in Apex programming language. So whatever data you see in a Visual Force page actually comes through this Apex. There is one more thing in force.com, which is database. So database is actually your custom objects which you store in force.com's database, which is equal to a relational database management systems tables. Now force.com also provides you a facility for third party integration. So it exposes each instances as a SOAP or a REST web service which any third party service can call from outside. So this is how there are few uh, building blocks which I have discussed here, but we will be working on these much of components in force.com platform.